It is, I was going to say Monday. It's Thursday, May 9th, and I am 29 weeks and 2 days pregnant today. I know I said I was going to update later on during the week, but I've already had some exciting stuff happen so far, some not so exciting stuff happen. So I figured I would just do a prenatal update. Prenatal pregnancy, yeah, okay. Yeah, you may notice that I'm in a newer filming location. This is just in my living room. We moved my glider out for the baby shower coming up. And you know what? I actually like it in the living room, and I'm thinking about keeping it in the living room as well as our swing. So, I don't know, where do you guys keep your rockers? Do you keep them in the nursery or do you keep them in the living room? Alright, so I am going to get comfortable and we'll get started. It's getting harder and harder for me to get comfortable. Anyways, so let's start out by saying this vlog is going to be a little bit more TMI than what I normally share during my pregnancy vlogs. I have shared some pretty TMI things during my TTC updates, but this is going to be talking about, you know, some personal things. So if there's little ears listening, or maybe you don't want to watch anything that's TMI, I would skip this. Okay, so we'll start with Monday night. No, I guess we can start with Tuesday morning at around 5:30 in the morning. Okay, so I've been wearing a maxi pad lately, like a really thin one, almost like a panty liner type, but it's as long as a maxi pad. And I've been wearing that a lot because this is so embarrassing, but I'm going to admit it. Every time I sneeze lately, well, not every time, but most times that I sneeze lately, I pee a little. And that's because she is pushing down, she's head down still. I've been really lucky. She's been head down this whole time. And I'm sick of just constantly going and changing my underwear every time it happens. So I put on a maxi pad, and then when it happens, I just change the pad. Okay, so I put on a maxi pad around 11:30 at night on Monday. Oh, who's texting me? Oh, sorry. I'm distracted. I'll start by saying that I might have to cut this off, or it might get cut off all on its own, because my father-in-law is currently in the hospital. I'll get into that later on. But anyways, maxi pad went on Monday night, 11:30. I woke up at 5:30 in the morning to Ellie kicking, so 5:30 Tuesday, and noticed my pad was full of blood. Not saturated or anything, but it was bloody, and I wasn't concerned. The first time ever I see blood and I'm not worried, I know, because we all know I'm a huge basket case. But TMI, we had sex on Monday, so I knew it was from that. I knew it was, because it was a little more aggressive than usual. And again, TMI. So I wasn't super concerned. I had a prenatal appointment that morning anyways. So I was going to go talk to my doctor. The only thing that kind of freaked me out was I hadn't had my RhoGAM shot yet. I did do my glucose test, like I said, on Monday. And I got my official reports. I do not have gestational diabetes, which is awesome. And I also did the RhoGAM eligibility test, but I hadn't received the RhoGAM shot yet. So I was pretty sure it was just from my cervix, nothing from the inside, but just to be, you know, on the safer side, I was really wanting to get that RhoGAM shot. So I went into my first prenatal appointment of the week on Tuesday. To the best news ever, I totally overestimated myself. I guess I forgot what my previous weight was, and then when I seen this weight that I had seen on Monday, I thought I had gained 5 pounds. No, that is not the case. I only gained 2 pounds. Now, their scale in that office is not digital, so I didn't confirm this until today's OB appointment, who has a digital scale. So, my blood pressure was great. My heart was acting up that morning. I had an SVT episode. That was about 20 minutes or so. So I did have one Sunday, I believe, and I had one Tuesday. Yeah, everything was great. He sucked at measuring my fundal height. He told me I was measuring at 35 weeks pregnant. I'm not measuring at 35 weeks pregnant. He's always measuring me bigger than what I am because he's going up here further than he needs to. So, I am measuring at 32 weeks pregnant. I'm still ahead, but not by that much, which is good. He felt the baby. He felt her head. She's head down. Of course, that can change, but she seems to like being head down. I'm constantly feeling her feet up here. She's moving as we speak. She's kicking. What else? I've never had any problems with any protein being in my urine or any bladder infections, anything like that. So we ruled that out for the bleeding. And he suggested that I go up to labor and delivery and they would give me my RhoGAM shot. So I get up there thinking, okay, this is labor and delivery. It's not the emergency room. They have my RhoGAM eligibility results. So I should be in and out within an hour maximum. No. I was there for 4 hours and I had the most horrible nurse ever. She had no personality, no bedside manner. She's just really all around rude, acting like I was wasting her time. Well, I didn't go there all on my own. My doctor sent me up. I needed to go there anyways to get my RhoGAM shot. And it just so happened that I had been bleeding. Thankfully, it completely tapered off. I was spotting at that point, so, and it wasn't like every time you go to the bathroom there's something. It was quite rare that I would go to the bathroom and there would be something there. Okay, so what happened after that? She redrew my blood for the RhoGAM eligibility test, and she did another blood test. I'm not sure what it was called, but it was to see if there had any, if the baby had any cells crossed with mine, so they could figure out how much of the RhoGAM to give me. That test was negative, so I just needed the normal dose. I'm not even sure how much that was, and I got it in my hip. Haven't had it in my hip in forever. I don't think since I had my very, very first miscarriage, which was when I was 17. So that was a long time ago. What else? So we left there, and all day yesterday I had some spotting, and we hadn't had sex since Monday night. And then today, it's like it picked up again. Like it was coming out onto my maxi pad. It wasn't a full flow or anything. And I was going to my OBs today. They're at that point where they're seeing me, they're transitioning me from my family doctor to my OB. So I end up seeing somebody 2 times every 2 weeks. But that will end with my family doctor. His care with me ends, I think my last visit is on the 21st of May. And then I fully transition over to my OB, and I'm being seen by them every 2 weeks. So OB's appointment today confirmed weight gain of only 2 pounds. That is so awesome. I really thought that I had gained 5. And the OB made a comment today saying that I should be really proud of myself for how much weight that I have gained in this pregnancy. She is impressed. You know, being 29 weeks pregnant and only gaining 7 pounds is freaking awesome. And I have 7 more to go until I reach pre-pregnancy weight. So really, for me, trying to stay under the 20-pound mark is pretty awesome. It's looking like it's gonna happen. Fingers crossed anyways. today's discussion was about the epidural, my heart condition, and I had to get a cervical check today, but I had to do it in 2 ways. And I had a friggin' resident doctor. Now, I don't mind resident doctors. I know they need their practice. I just don't like when they, want to practice on me. I don't like it at all. But whatever, it's over and done with. They wanted to do a speculum, I can never say that word, exam. And she wanted to do a regular cervix exam. Ugh. I'm telling you, if I had to pick between having the speculum shoved up my vag or her fist, I would choose the fist any day. It's a lot less painful. I don't know if it's the way my vagina is shaped, but every time they stick a speculum in, they scrape the freaking top of my vag. And I'm telling you, that kills. It kills so bad. The whole time during my miscarriage, when they were having to give me cervical exams with that thing, they would scrape the top of it. I'm in enough pain already. I don't need you scraping my vag. I'm going off on a rant. Okay, so everything was great with my cervix, but she mentioned I had a cervical exam when I was 16 weeks pregnant. I had, not an exam, an ultrasound with the transvaginal wand. She mentioned it being a little on the short side, which is the first I ever heard of that. It was like 3 point something inches or centimeters long, whatever the term is, and nobody had mentioned that it was short. And I never thought it was short. I always thought it was long. Even the ultrasound technician made a comment that it was long. But anywho, she said that it's closed, it's firm, everything's great. She's still going to send me in for an ultrasound to make sure that the length is still appropriate. Baby still head down again today. My fundal height was measuring at 32 weeks pregnant. And like I said, we discussed epidural options. I want to go all natural if possible. I really don't foresee that happening. I'll make another video after this talking about my labor thoughts, or thoughts on labor rather. My attitude is super, super positive towards labor and delivery. I cannot wait to be in labor. I cannot wait to experience contractions. I know I sound like a lunatic, but I've waited 7+ years to do this. So I have a really positive attitude about it, and I'm thinking that is what's going to help me get through this process. Because we know it's not going to be pleasant, it's not going to be, pain-free if you don't get the epidural. And sometimes even if you do get the epidural, you still got a little bit of pain. So, I was watching a bunch of labor and delivery videos yesterday on YouTube, and I come across one, and I cannot remember who did it. I don't think she's like a mummy vlogger or anything like that. My lighting is changing. There. I don't think she's a regular mummy vlogger or anything. I just think she just uploaded her labor and delivery video. Anyways, she had a heart condition, and I can't remember if it was SVT or I don't know. But her doctor highly recommended she get the epidural to control that from happening. So that's something that I wanted to talk to my doctor about today to see what her thoughts are, because I don't want to have one of those episodes at all. And I'm at a higher risk to have one of those episodes because, you're under stress. But the way my attitude is, I'm not stressed out about labor and delivery at all. Not at all. I have no fears, no concerns, no nothing about delivering or being in labor. I'm just excited to, bring it on. If I could deliver her today, if I was full term, if I could deliver her today and bring her home, 24 hours or 48 hours, whatever it is, I would do it. I'd be like, sign me up. Let's do this today. But, so I think that she has no concerns with me not having the epidural. She said if I do have an episode of SVT, then that's when they would recommend the epidural. And I probably would end up having one if I got one of those episodes because it would help calm me down. But see, the only thing I'd have to be calmed down about is my excitement. My family doctor has brought up for the third time induction. And that's just because he sucks at measuring my fundal height. And he's also made a comment about how big the baby is. She's only in the 75th percentile. I am so not up for an induction unless medically necessary. I know if I want to avoid having an epidural, avoiding the Pitocin would be the first step. If I have to have an induction for one reason or another, that would be the very last thing on the list. I would try all the natural things at home, and then I would go in for like a membrane sweep, the Cervidil, like the little things first before you get out the big guns. Anyways, now that I'm transferring from my family doctor, I don't think that I have too much of that to worry about because they're not even talking about induction at my OBs. I'm only freaking 29 weeks pregnant. You don't even need to bring up that until, you know, at least until she's full term. So, I don't know. My family doctor's like 65 years old, so yeah. Anyways, I just did a belly shot at 28 weeks and 6 days, and I'm 29 weeks and 2 days. I'll still do one anyway, just so in case you didn't see my 28-week vlog. Here we go. This shirt isn't as flattering as all the other ones. These pants aren't that flattering either. These are just yoga pants from Walmart. But yeah, that's her. This is from the front. I hate this line that you can see from my pants. Yeah, so that's 29 weeks. I'm trying to think if I left out anything. No, not that I know of. So, officially, do not have gestational diabetes and only a 2-pound weight gain. That is freaking awesome. So I will talk to you guys for 30 weeks next week. And I'm really going to try to upload the other vlogs I have about the diaper bag and birth plan and all that stuff. And tomorrow I'm starting baby shower on a budget series with my mom. I'm super excited. So you'll be seeing those videos really, really soon. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.